Hi guys, happy Friday. So I thought it would be a perfect time to make a nice little weekend treat. Now, my girlfriends and I are gonna do pumpkin carving tomorrow night. So what better time for me to make them some pumpkin spice protein bars, right? What a nice thing to bring to your friends. A nice healthy treat that we can all enjoy together. So this recipe is actually in the 310 recipe page, like in the blog page. But because we have the pumpkin spice now, it was originally made last year with the vanilla chai, and now I'm switching up the recipe and making it with the pumpkin spice. So we're gonna do that. You guys say hello when you hop on here and then I'll get started. You guys let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm pretty sure we're in the community right now and not on my personal page, so just let me know if we're in the community. Let me know if you can see this, and then we'll get started with our pumpkin spice protein bars. I'm super excited to try them. So this is my first time baking with the pumpkin spice, so I'm excited to get started. Now, it is still 90 degrees here in LA, so it doesn't feel like fall quite yet, but it's supposed to start feeling like fall like tomorrow and the next day, so I'm really excited about that. So you guys say hello, let me know that you can hear me okay, and that that I can see your comments, because Facebook has been glitchy today. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but Facebook's been glitchy a little bit all day, so hopefully it's over whatever it was going through earlier, and I can see some comments, so that way I can answer questions while I'm doing this. So let me see. I haven't seen any comments yet. Let me see when I'll get started when I can see some comments. And I know that I'm inside the 310 community, which I'm pretty sure I am. So, oh, I forgot to turn on the oven. Let me do that. So we're turning on the oven to 350 while we're getting started. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hi. Michelle, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you, lovelies. Okay, so we're gonna get started. This is what we're gonna do. So first thing we have is 1 cup of rolled oats. Hi, George. 1 cup of rolled oats, and yes, pumpkin spice is my new fave too. I was saying, hi Jay, it tastes like, happy Friday to you, tastes like pumpkin pie, because I did a taste test on Wednesday. So we're gonna put all the dry ingredients first in the big bowl. So 1 cup of rolled oats, all right, that's it. And then 1 scoop, let me put this over here, 1 scoop of our 310 pumpkin spice, okay? So 1 cup of oats, 1 scoop of pumpkin spice. All the dry ingredients are going in the big bowl, and the liquid ingredients are going into the smaller bowl to mix, and then we'll blend them together before we put them in the pan. So pumpkin spice, put the scoop back. All right. Hi guys, how are you? Now, I could not find my teaspoon for some reason. A little bit ridiculous, I know. So I'm going to use, I have a half a teaspoon, and I'm just gonna double it because we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm gonna do 2 halves. So, because I cannot find a teaspoon to save my life in this house. So I have my 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm doubling it, okay? So 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 of these. I always forget that that's there. Did you guys know that little part's on there so you can like smooth out the top of the, isn't that amazing? I didn't even know that. So then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I got my cinnamon right here. Hi, Miss Debbie, how are you? I got my cinnamon right here. I'm gonna stick it in there properly, if I can. Do the same thing. We got 2 of these going on. All right, so far I have 1 cup of oats, 1 scoop of pumpkin spice. I have 1 teaspoon each of baking powder, baking soda, and cinnamon, right? And then What's next? What's next? A pinch of salt. It's a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm just saying, okay, great, there. You know how I am about measuring stuff. Happy Friday, guys. All right, so that's all of our dry ingredients right there. Let me grab a spoon right here. I love my wooden spoons. I really kind of became a fan of wooden spoons. Hi, Noelle, how are you? So we're gonna mix up these ingredients right here like this. Let me not spill it. All right, and then I'm gonna mix up the liquid ingredients real quick before we add them in. So I'm gonna set that over there, set this over here. What do we got? So we're going to do, now that I have my 1 cup back, we're gonna do 1 cup of pumpkin. This is 100% pure pumpkin. I tasted it. It literally is just pumpkin. So we're gonna do this because I'm already using my other measuring cup for the almond milk. Oh, that's a lot of pumpkin. Let me see here. I always make a mess of you guys watching. This is why they don't give me a real cooking show. Okay, 1 cup of pumpkin in here. Perfect, perfect, yes. Amazing. And you guys don't even know, I have the most dishes to do after I do these cooking videos. Okay, so I'm doing 1/4 cup of 100% pure maple syrup. Now I have this on hand for baking because I am from the border of Canada and New York, so this is everywhere. Literally, my parents have like 10 of these in their cupboard. So this one I came home with like 2 years ago and it's still in my fridge, if that lets you know how often I use it. But it is very important for things like this. 1/4 cup of 100% pure maple syrup, just like that. So, I mean, that's a lot of sugar, but it's gonna make 8 to 10 bars and it's only 1/4 cup. So that's not terrible. I'm all right with it. So then I have my almond milk, 1/2 cup of almond milk. I did put a few drops of vanilla in there. Organic vanilla extract, just a few drops just to liven it up a little bit. That's not in the ingredients, just in case you guys see a little hue to it. That was what it was. I put a few drops of vanilla extract in there. You're welcome to do that. It was not part of the ingredients, but I figured, why not? It can't hurt. Hi, how are you? Hi, Therese. Hi, Tony. Barb, hi, how are you? Oh, well, that's still not bad. That's still not bad. It used to be like $19 or something, so that's still on sale. All right, so now we have the oats, our pumpkin spice protein, and all of our dry ingredients in here. We have our pumpkin and all of our liquid ingredients in here, and we're mixing. I just bought wooden spoons the other day because I'm just so fascinated with them, and I feel like they're just kind of, I think they're so neat to cook with and bake with, and I never owned a pair. Is that the funniest thing? I never owned a set of wooden spoons, so I went to Home Goods and bought a set of wooden spoons to cook with for like $3, a whole set for $3. That place is amazing. So, well, it looks good. And, all right, so this is what we got so far. I'm just mixing it up right here. Our oven is preset. It smells really good, you guys. Our oven is preset to 350, okay? You can ask anything you like. I see some questions. Hold on. Hi, Frank. Hi, Lisa. Renee, hi. So, Barb, that's a wonderful question. Hi, Barbara. So that's a wonderful question. So I am one of your nutritionists. So I've actually been on my clean eating plan for 10 years. So my goal here, not only do I have a master's in nutrition, so I'm here to help educate and help you on your journey, but I'm here so that in 10 years you can say, I've been clean eating and on my journey and at my goal weight for 10 years now. You know what I mean? So I've done it so that you can do it. Have I ever been overweight? Because I'm so short, yes, there have been times in my life where I've weighed more than comfortable. It was in college even, because I was taking an antidepressant that can make you gain weight. That's something personal about me. And then I stopped taking it, and then with my clean eating, stuff like that, came back off. So, and that happened on 2 different occasions. So we also have to remember that medications can do that to you too, which is difficult. So, but there are ways, clean eating ways to fix that. And it wasn't until I found clean eating that I became like my perfect stable weight for years, right? So that's what I want for you guys. So on top of this yumminess, if you guys can see it, it's amazing. All right, on top of this yumminess, I got us some treats to put in it. Hi Mildred, how are you? So I got us some 78% cacao dark chocolate nibs to put in here. 1/3 cup. And of course, chopped up, because I have whole walnuts that I use for snacks. I put them in a bag and I use my chopper and chop them up. So I chopped up my walnuts. It looks like too many. No, I didn't take that in a rude way at all. I was just sharing that about myself. So you guys, I know that some of you guys are new and you don't know. So I've been here as one of the 310 nutritionists for 3 years. So, that's my purpose here with you guys. It's what I do. So I like anyone new that doesn't know me to know what my background is. And I was a professional fitness competitor, so I had to eat very, very clean, very strict, very regimented for a very long time. And I don't believe in the strictness. If I had to do it again, although it was like such a great experience being a professional fitness competitor, the strictness, the thing I like about 310, is that it allows us, yes, I did not take that wrong at all. Thank you, Barb. It allows us flexibility in our life to, hi Sarah, how are you? To not be so regimented where we feel like we're on a diet. Just teaches us how to eat healthier, eat cleaner, and stay healthier longer. So if we're on that strict regimented diet that's so like, I couldn't have any carbs, what's crazy is I couldn't have any gluten. And now that I'm not competing anymore and I couldn't have gluten for so long, I actually cannot eat gluten now because my body is so intolerant and resistant to it. So actually, because it was cut out of my diet and not part of my diet for so long, now I can't have it. So I get very sick if I eat anything with gluten. So, okay, so people are asking about clean eating. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you guys. It makes me super happy. I'm glad that I get to be with you guys 3 days a week. Especially this year when I think all of us feel a little bit like lonely or cut off from society a little bit. I only see a handful of my friends here in LA because everyone, there's social distancing, safety precautions and whatnot. It just kind of makes me feel connected, and I think that's important. That's what life is about, is connecting with others and feeling connected. So I'm grateful for you guys for that. This looks freaking amazing, you guys. So when we talk about, thank you guys. When we talk about clean eating, I'm gonna try not to dump it out because I've done that before. When we talk about clean eating, we're talking about eating unprocessed food, right? And it doesn't matter whether it's keto or paleo or what it is really, vegan, not vegan, I eat meat, you know what I mean? But so you can be vegan but still eat French fries every day because they're vegan. You know what I mean? So any diet you have, there's an unhealthy, unclean way to do it, right? Oh my gosh, it smells freaking amazing. It smelled amazing the minute I put the pumpkin spice in. I'm telling you. So, okay, our oven is heating up. Let me put these in the oven while I'm talking, actually. I'm just sitting here running my mouth. So, I'm using parchment paper for the first time. I've never used parchment paper before, but I'm gonna try it because the recipe called for either spraying it with the olive oil spray or parchment paper. I'm just using a regular cake or brownie pan. So, whoop. Let me even that out a little bit. So we're gonna put this in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll check it after 20, okay? Let's see here. And then I'll continue my clean eating talk. My clean eating TED talk. Happy Friday, guys. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I went grocery shopping today, cleaned my house, you know, regular stuff because I'm going to be working a little bit this weekend. So today was kind of my day to fix up some stuff around the house. All right. I probably could have done a smaller pan, but that's okay because I think this is good. I'll show you guys in just a second. Hold on, you guys. I got chocolate on there and I want to get that in the pan. Okay. It's already good. It's already good, you guys. So that's what we got so far. Hold on one second, I'm gonna put it in the oven. It's at 350, put it in the middle rack for 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, timer is set for 20 minutes, I'm back. So, okay, clean eating. So like I was saying, there can basically, no matter whether you're vegan or paleo, keto, you can eat clean or you can eat unclean, right? Paleo diet, I've seen people eat baked potatoes with sour cream and bacon on top and tons of bacon because that's like, you know, it's considered paleo. Or, oh, thank you, my niece loves pineapples too. Actually got that at a garage sale for almost nothing. And yeah, so, you know, no matter what kind of diet you're doing, it can always be unclean. So we want to make sure that we're eating clean, which basically means that we're eating unprocessed food. When we think about the unprocessed food in the grocery store, it's generally the food around the outside of the grocery store, right? That's where you find our fruits, our vegetables, our meats, our eggs, our fish, all that stuff. And the only thing I really go in the aisles for is if I need some olive oil or I need some spices, I need some oatmeal. Like I'll keep oatmeal and rice on hand. I can't say I use it a ton unless I'm making the protein balls or something like this. Oh, good. Oh, I'm seeing people say they made the protein balls. I can't stop making them. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. Okay, let me read some comments real quick. But does that explain clean eating a little bit for you guys? I know it goes so far in depth, but mostly just to say with clean eating, it's really just like unprocessed foods that, you know, we're not getting all of our foods from like a box or a can or anything like that. You know, we're trying to eat as naturally as possible. Quinoa is okay. I actually have trouble digesting quinoa, but if it doesn't give you a stomach ache, then I think it's okay to eat almost in the same way that you would eat rice. So yeah, you know, your fruits and vegetables, they're clean. Your meats, you know, people ask about cheese a lot. I tell you to stick, if you can, stick to like goat's milk cheese or sheep's milk cheese. They're easier on the body. they cause less, as I'm like itching my eczema, they cause less eczema than cow's milk dairy. If I have any cow's milk dairy, even on accident, I get eczema. So that's like one of the things about dairy. Dairy also causes mucus, so your nose can run, you can get phlegmy, stuff like that. So we've talked about that before. And then people started to actually notice that after they have dairy, that they get mucusy. So Chloe just said I'm allergic to quinoa. Yeah, I think I have like a weird intolerance to it too, because I get the worst stomach aches when I eat it. But some people really just can't digest certain things. So let me see. Okay, let me go back and read some comments real quick, because I know I missed a bunch. So Barb said, I just hope I can afford the program. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. The amazing thing is, Barb, when we break it down, you know, if you're trying to do weight loss and we're doing a shake, 2 shakes a day in the place of a meal, right? Your shake is gonna be, well, you guys know better than I am, because I don't know much about the cost of any of this stuff, but isn't it just like $2 a shake or something like that, which is cheaper than a coffee? So when you really break down how much each shake is, which is your meal, like where else would you even find a meal that inexpensive? Not only that, but yeah, when you get the starter kit, you know you're gonna get something you actually like, because they're gonna send you all of the flavors, like a bunch of the flavors to try. So that way, if you do order a whole bag, you get the flavor that you really like, because you're gonna like all of them, but there are gonna be a few that you're like, oh, this one, you know? So that way you can pick out which one you want a whole bag of before you order. So just so you're not, I know it looks like a large amount up front, but when we really break it down per shake, it's actually cheaper than even a cup of coffee or any meal that we would really ever eat out anywhere or get at a store or a restaurant. So yeah, these are gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Noelle. Oh, Jay, I found the nibs right at Ralph's. So they were right next to the regular semi-sweet ones. So hold on, I have the bag right here. So this is the Ralph's organic brand, Simple Truth. Oh, sorry, they're 72% cacao. So that's the ones I got. So they're just the Ralph's brand, organic and dark, extra dark. Okay. And then I just did a third cup, but not even a heaping third cup, just, Christina said, yes, removing items from your diet can have a massive impact on your body later when you try to reintroduce it. Oh, yeah. But you know what? People after the age of 30 have a hard time breaking down gluten in general. And especially now, the way that the US processes food and breads and stuff like that, they process the breads and everything so much compared to like Europe and other places that it's hard for us to digest it anyway now. Our body doesn't even see it as food anymore because they've processed it so much and put so many preservatives in it. Like I say this all the time. If you go to Europe, the bread is fresh and it can literally only last like a day or two before it goes hard, right? And they either give it to the birds or they give it to the homeless. They don't do a lot of waste. But here, if you look at our breads stay on the shelf for like freaking months, right? And that's not normal. So it's very different. It's very different. So if you see something that's sitting on the shelf that can stay on the shelf for such a long time, our body doesn't like that. So Chloe, yes, because I was like, the pumpkin and cinnamon probably make it smell just like holidays, which is my fave. It totally does. It smells so good. Hi, Donna. Barbara said I'm going to make them tomorrow. Hi, Teresa. I got to sneeze. I think I got the cinnamon up my nose, actually. Janice, I got to clean my office. Oh, Chloe said she went to Petco and got her doggy Halloween outfit. What a is he or she. I love the pumpkin spice too. Ooh, Barbara said I made pumpkin spice waffles for breakfast. You should have taken a picture. Did you take a picture? Okay, Renee said, I made the protein balls from a couple weeks ago. They are so yummy. I can't stop making them and eating them. Thank you. I'm so excited you like them. And then Amanda said the same thing. I made the protein balls the other day and they're amazing. I'm so glad you guys like them. I really like them too, especially with the new chocolate. Let me know if you guys make the protein balls with any other flavors, but so far I really like the chocolate organic vegan protein with the 310 PB powder. That's been my favorite so far. Teresa made the muffins. Did you like them? Yes, I love clean eating. And let me see. Debbie said, Tim has an awesome pinned post about clean eating. He is the best talker about clean eating. Like, we're the nutritionists, and he talks better about clean eating than anyone I know. So if you ever watch one of his videos, he's really good about breaking down what clean eating is and why it's so important. So let me see. Rachel said, are you going to make your berry pie again this year? I've already got my stuff in the freezer to make it for the holidays again. So good. I used walnut crust instead of gluten-free crust. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to find that. Rachel, where did you find the walnut crust? Because I might have to switch up and make that one instead. That sounds really good. Brianna, the recipe is right at the top. Yeah, I already posted the recipe because this recipe actually came straight from the 310 recipe page. And all I did was swap out vanilla chai because it was last year's holiday recipe from last October. I swapped out the vanilla chai for pumpkin spice to make it even more pumpkinier. Is that a word? Christina said cow's milk equals inflammation. Absolutely. Chloe said I found some organic string cheese with 15 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 sugars. There you go. Jenna said I can't do dairy because I have Crohn's. Yeah. Yes. Elaine, oh my God, dairy causes that. I never knew. Wow, yeah, for sure. So a lot of times, so I used to work in the hospital before I came to 310, before any of this. I used to work in the hospital with children with severe food allergies. And what they found, because I was a baby that had severe eczema, but they would always give me like lotions and stuff like that, the doctors would, but would never change my diet. They didn't know there was a correlation back then between your skin and eczema and your diet. So what they really found is that they ended up finding later when I was older, and then I ended up working in the hospital with these kids, milk protein allergy is what causes eczema in most children. So, and sometimes if they're on formula and not breastfed, then they can have, most formulas, unless you choose a soy formula or something like that, most formulas are made with cow's milk. So children can have an allergy to that, and it'll show up on their skin first. So, and that's what I still get eczema to this day on my arms and stuff if I have something, even a little bit of something I'm not supposed to have. Missy said Whole30 is a good way to start clean eating. I don't know what that is. Dolores, thank you so much. Yeah, there's a huge 310 sale right now. They took Prime Weekend and turned it into like Prime Week. Like everything's on sale right now. So Elaine said reasonable cost, absolutely. Debbie said I figured out dairy makes me bloated, so I had to give it up, and bam, the bloating stopped. Isn't that amazing? Like this is part of that process, you guys. When I talk about eating clean and doing this process for the last 10 years, like this last 10 years has been getting to know how my body responds to things. And that's what I want you guys to do too. I want you guys to listen to your body. I want you guys to pay attention to your body, to pay attention to what you eat. If something starts making your nose run or make you like, you know what I mean, after you eat, then you know it's causing some inflammation. It's causing mucus. If something's making you bloated, like Debbie just said, and you notice it's after certain foods, take out those foods for a little bit and see if that's what the culprit is. Even though we might love those foods, we might just find out something about our own bodies, and all of our bodies are so different. It's important to really listen to yourself, to listen to your body, to pay attention to your body in that way. And that's, you know, that's really what a lot of this process is. So, oh, Chloe, you're so sweet. Ashlyn, hi, how are you? Oh, wow. The doctor never told you dairy is inflammatory. Yeah. The thing about doctors too is they only take one nutrition class unless they have a vested interest in nutrition. So a lot of times it's always the nutritionist's job to do that. And like you don't always get to see one, which is kind of a shame. But you guys have one right here. You have a couple of them right here. You have me, Sierra, and Erica. So that's the beauty of this. So Barb said, did the items go on sale? Yes, absolutely. They're on sale right now. Huge sale, like one of the biggest sales right now because it's Prime Week. Hi, Saray. Oh yeah, it's Ralph's. It's a Ralph's Organic brand, the Simple Truth Organic. So it was 72% cacao and Simple Truth. So it was just Ralph's, and it was on sale for like $3, I think, you guys. I buy everything on sale. Oh, Teresa said, I have a problem eating in the middle of the night. Any suggestions on stopping? You know what my biggest suggestion is, Teresa? My favorite thing to do, because if my stomach is growling and grumbling, which isn't normal, if my stomach is growling in the middle of the night, I'll get up and have about a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, okay? And that'll be enough to coat my stomach to just go back to bed. So, you lost 7 pounds. I'm so happy for you. We have 6 minutes left on our bars. Christina said, that explains a lot. I'm 32 and struggling with gluten, massive bloating after eating higher gluten products. Yeah, our body stops even knowing how to break it down and digest it very well, especially after 30. You guys ever notice how when we are in college, we can eat the pizza and the wings and like, you know, I used to eat chicken tenders like it was my job in college. Now, like, you can't eat that stuff and get the same results. You know, I used to eat that stuff and it didn't affect me because I played sports and was running and like whatnot. So now I can't do that stuff. I can't eat pizza unless it's gluten-free pizza once in a great while. But even then, I don't even crave it. But yeah, I can't do the gluten or anything like that. Miss Jennifer, can I show the recipe again? It's right at the top of this live. So if you look in the what am I thinking of? If you look at the description of this live, the entire recipe is right there. Annette, you keep losing connection. Is it me? Are you guys seeing me okay? I haven't seen any lost connection things. I'm sorry if you keep losing it. Let me see. Erica, the recipe for the protein bars will be right at the top of this live. So right in the description box for this live. Let me see. Where do we find recipes and food suggestions? There are there's a 310 recipe page. 310 recipe page, I can't speak right now, and that's where I got the recipe for these bars, okay? And so then there's all kinds of, there's shake recipes, there's, I know there's a food or a shopping list too. I think it might be in the units inside the 310 community. If you look on the top of the bar, you know, there's a bar in the 310 community and you look at units, right? There's a whole list of information in there, different things for you to pull up. Rachel said, I made the protein balls with mocha chocolate protein. I love it. Janice said, for those of us who count calories, how do you figure out the calories? Good question. Let me see if it's on the recipe page, okay? Because I took it right off the recipe page. I didn't add up the calories or anything like that. Yeah, I took it right off the recipe page. Let me see if it's on there after we're done, okay? So Christina has a good question. Even with clean eating, should we monitor calorie intake? I'm not prone to packing on a lot of weight. Just about 10 to 15 pounds, occasionally lose it easily, but I'm post third baby and I'm being super healthy and wondering what's best. So if you're asking me personally, I've never counted calories. What I've done is I've used MyFitnessPal before I kind of got in the groove of eating the same things all the time because I'm a creature of habit. Before I got into my rhythm and my groove of clean eating, I used MyFitnessPal to count my carbs and my fats. I did not count my calories because if we're counting calories, if we're thinking about clean eating, clean items are always going to have less calories, right? Than our, the McDonald's or the this or the that, right? A lot less calories. And I was actually shocked because I would go out to restaurants and order their salads and like Ruby Tuesdays, right? Or Applebee's. I would go out and order a salad with chicken on it and, all the fixings. And I'm like, oh, I'm being healthy. And it was like 2,000 calories for like one salad at Ruby Tuesdays or Applebee's. And I was like, what? And I didn't even know until I started putting it in MyFitnessPal. So, I don't watch calories, but I think it is important if we're going out to eat or something like that. Restaurants like that are normally inside those apps. You can look up if they don't have the calories or, facts on the menu. You can look them up real quick on your phone, which is so nice and helpful. Oh, yeah, those are so good. The Quaker's rice cakes, those are yummy. Bonnie, I'm so sorry. Tomorrow will be amazing. Don't worry if you miss a day. There is always tomorrow. And this is what I always say, Bonnie. If we happen to miss a shake or miss a day or not have a great day one day, the most important thing to do is to start fresh the next day. We're not missing out by missing one day. All right? Elaine, of course, you're welcome. Saray said I switched my milk from regular to lactase milk. Oh, how did that happen? Do the sales happen frequently, Barb asked? I feel like they're always having sales, but these are the biggest sales I've seen in a while. Hold on one second, guys. The timer is going off. Let me check it. Ooh, I think they're done. I think they are done. Let me grab my stuff, and then I'll answer more questions in just a second. Wow, these smell good. All right, so let me grab a knife. A little butter knife should be fine. Oh, they might need to go back in. I think they need to go back in for maybe a minute. All right. Yeah, these are gonna be so good. So good. Just to show you guys, I already started cutting into them, but look how good they look. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna put them back in for 1 minute while I talk to you guys. Let's say 2 minutes, let me see. Okay. All right. So yeah, the sales do happen frequently, but this is like one of the biggest sales right now of the year. Oh, Annette said, I've never tried the 310. Well, it's a perfect time right now. That's what we were just talking about. We have sales. 310 just told me I have a $10 credit. Always order 3 bags at a time. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, Annette said eggs and cheese daily for me make me bloated. A lot of people, for sure. Let me see. Renee said, I added a little honey to the protein balls, 3/4 oats, 1/2 scoop of chocolate shake, a tablespoon of peanut butter, handful of cacao chips, and almond milk, and make them into balls. That sounds perfect. Let me see. Oh, Barb wants to know, what is everyone's favorite shake? Renee totally is the worst. Ooh, Jennifer said I have a protein ball if my tummy's growling in the middle of the night. You know what I do too often, guys, is I eat a half a protein ball. I think that's fine. Sometimes I just have depending on how big I make them, because sometimes I make them like, you know, if I'm rolling them in my hands, they're like a decent size, they're probably that big. And I'll eat like a half of one and then put the other half in the fridge and eat the other half later. So, Brianna just said, I just ordered the pumpkin. Okay, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. Hi, Nicole. You're right on time. Janice. Yeah, the dressings are the worst. Okay, Janice, it has a good question too. How do I figure out a good amount of healthy fats and carbs to stay under? So I don't count my fruits and vegetables as carbs because I only have like 2 to 3 servings of fruit a day. And unless I'm eating starchy vegetables like potatoes or squash, I don't count those as carbs either. So as far as the carbs that are either starchy like potatoes or squash or rice or something like that, that's the only time I count that. And I try to stay in between like 30 to 50 grams a day. Okay, like realistically closer to 30, honestly. But yeah, I would say 30 to 50 grams a day. Don't go over 50 for sure. Fats, kind of the same. I would say don't go over 40. And if we break that down, I like to do under 10 grams of fat per meal. Okay? Because I've said this before, we either have gallbladders or we've had them taken out. And so our gallbladder is what breaks down fat. And if we either have a sensitive gallbladder or have had it taken out, we have to be careful about how much fat we have in one sitting. And I found, just through my own body, and every body is different, but I found that my gallbladder doesn't react negatively if I have 10 grams of fat or less. If I sit down and try to have Ben & Jerry's and there's, like 16 grams of fat and 2 tablespoons of that stuff, or maybe more, I'm gonna have a gallbladder attack and it's gonna hurt really bad. I'm gonna have a stomachache all night. So, 10 grams of fat per meal added up to 40-ish in a day, or under 40 in a day, but right around there seems to be kind of the magic number for me. So if you do under 50 and under 40-ish, but probably a little closer. So we say under 50 with carbs, but probably a little closer to like 30 or 40. And then under 40 with fats, but probably a little closer to like 30. Okay, so. Nicole said, I love green olive juice. Ooh, for a dressing substitute. I don't even know what that is. Yes, Teresa, the other day you mentioned to stop eating for 12 hours straight. I think it was, yep, that's right. So breakfast is break fast. So we want at least 12 hours, and that's from the time we stop eating at night, our dinner time, to the time we have our shake in the morning. So for me, that's about 14 hours, but you definitely want a good 12 hours between that time. So, let me check again. Hold one sec, please. All right, so that's also gonna keep cooking a little bit, so I think we're good. Running this oven when it's 90 degrees in LA is, whew, I can't wait for it to get in the 70s next week. Oh my goodness. Can you stop, please? All right, sorry about that. Okay, So yes, so say yes, exactly, from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., that's perfect. Perfect. And okay, so I ended up cooking them, Brianna, for about 25 minutes. The recipe said between 20 and 30. I cooked them for about 25. And I'm gonna let them sit in the pan for a few minutes because they'll keep cooking in there for a second. Let me see. Stick a toothpick in. Yes, let me do that. I have my knife. So I don't have a toothpick. Oh, but my knife's clean. So I think we're good. I'm just gonna let them sit for just 1 second because you know how they always kind of harden up a little bit. Yeah, so good. I'm super excited about this. So Annette said, I've been watching videos on 310 a lot. I want to clean eat. I don't need to lose weight. Just belly fat. Is 310 good if I don't want to lose weight? For sure. I'm going to take a bite in just a second. I just letting it cool for a second. I'm not here to lose weight. I'm here for health. I'm here for energy. I'm here for nutrients because I don't think any of us eat enough nutrients in a day. It's really hard nowadays with our food being so processed. When they process our food, when food is processed, it takes the nutrients out of it. So I think it's so hard to get our nutrients in with the food that we have today. So that's why I do 310. That's why I do my shake. I get my nutrients in. We have digestive enzymes, superfoods in the shake, all kinds of things that we wouldn't normally get otherwise. So can you do 310 if you're not trying to lose weight? You absolutely can. Okay. Oh, Jay said, what I do with my protein balls is to use a fork, flatten them a bit to look like a cookie. That's such a good idea too. I have to do that. Yes, Denise said, can you do a recipe for unflavored? I totally can. Yeah. Well, hello, 310 Nutrition. Barbara said I had my gallbladder removed. Yes. I think a lot of people have. My mom and my sister. Oh, duh. Sorry, Nicole. It's just the juice from a jar of green olives. Okay. Hi, Erica. Renee's wanting me to take a bite. So, let me see. So a bag is 28 servings, a full-size bag, Barb. So 28 servings. If you do 1 shake a day, that'll cover almost a month. If you do 2 shakes a day, then you'd probably need 2 bags a month. So, yeah. Right? Is that math right? Oh, and Saray said, I love the Meta Boost. Okay, so let me cut in these bad boys so I don't want to burn myself. So I can take a little bite before they need to cool. Ooh, you guys are so hot. Hi in Michigan. Hi, Wendy. Just ordered the tea. Do you drink it in the daytime? I love my tea in the morning and at night, but I'm a nighttime tea drinker. So do that at your discretion, but I love the peach tea in the morning and I love the jasmine mint at night. Hibiscus is nice too if you like sweeter, but those are my 2 favorites for during the day. Okay, let me try to, I'm just taking a little bite without trying to burn my mouth. So, because it's hot still. Oh my gosh, it's hot. I don't want to burn my mouth. All right, guys. So we got our little bite just so you guys can see up close. It's super hot still. Hi, Terry in California. I'm in California too. I'm in LA. We got Michigan, California, all over the place. How much is the bag right now, Annette? They're on sale. It's Prime Week, so look at 310nutrition.com and they have huge sales on there right now. Like everything's on sale. Okay. I'm gonna stop. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, another bite. In Northern Cali. Alright, guys. These are so amazing. You guys are gonna love this. I can't eat anymore because I made them for my friends for tomorrow. So I need to not eat them. before I bring them, but I'm gonna let them cool a while longer before I cut them. Because you know how you, ooh, Teresa's in Michigan too. Hi from Jersey Shore. I love seeing where everyone is. You guys are so fun. I'm in Ohio. It'll be 32 tonight. I know my mom's in New York, and it's already cold there too. So, all right, guys. So see, I just took a little scoop out of the corner right there. This is what we got. So, you know, brownies, when brownies are too hot and you try to cut them and they end up melting and falling all over the place, that's kind of how these are right now. So I gotta let them cool so they can set a little bit. And then I'm gonna cut them into squares, and then I'll bring them over to my friend's house tomorrow for pumpkin carving and feed everybody my pumpkin spice protein bars. Okay. And all over, wherever you are, happy Friday. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Monday for Mindset Monday, all right?